happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we got another huge update. I know y'all could probably already tell it is going down. Just by that title alone, definitely going to see this one as we're witnessing on the flip side of that disastrous Fox News interview we seen Kamala Harris sit down for. We got Donald Trump with a stellar performance at that Al Smith dinner, guys, that may have just sealed the deal on this entire presidential race, guys. I'm excited to get into it, so we're not straight into it. So make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Before we get into it, y'all, hit that like button, also hit that subscribe button for you, boy. And without further ado, let's jump straight into it, folks. Check this out.
What did you think of last night? What did you think of last night?
I thought it was great. I thought, it was for the Catholic Church, really, and for a lot of good people, a lot of good causes. And unusually, she didn't show up. You would have thought she would have shown up last night. You were surprised. We were all surprised. But they told me it's only teleprompter for the comedian. I said, give me the comedian. No. I didn't get, so I had to do it sort of like, and I liked it better. I think I liked it better. But, when I went, I said, is this a teleprompter speech? And I had a pretty long speech. And they said, so we don't use teleprompter. Then I get up there and see the comedian using it. And he was good, too, by the way.
Jim Gaffigan's funny.
I thought he was good, yeah.
Kamala Harris did not show up, as you know. She sent a video from Saturday Night Live. We have seen historically a lot of Democrats, they turn to the guys at Saturday Night Live or The Tonight Show. They write all their material. Your material was real funny. Who wrote it? Who helped you with it?
Well, I've had a lot of people helping. A couple of people from Fox, actually. I shouldn't say that, but they wrote some jokes. And for the most part, I didn't like any of them. But
Did you see some highlights? I think you did great.
Go ahead.
Watch. Roll tape.
Catholic Church, you're helping the poor, educating children, and supporting the vulnerable. But if you really wanted Vice President Harris to accept your invitation, I guess you should have told her the funds were going to bail out the looters and rioters in Minneapolis, and she would have been here, guaranteed she would have been here. Guaranteed. It's a true pleasure to be with you this evening. Amazing pleasure. And these days, it's really a pleasure anywhere in New York without a subpoena for my appearance.
All those freaking political witch hunts. Oh my goodness, the looters and riots one. Oh, how is Kamala Harris going to bounce back or rebound from that? I just don't. That's a campaign ender.
A subpoena for my appearance. Anytime I don't get a subpoena, I'm very happy. But unfortunately, Governor Walz isn't here himself, but don't worry, he'll say that he was. He's going to say he was.
Oh my goodness.
But I have to be careful, however, to understand that this will be the first time in the history of this event where jokes will be fact-checked, and they will be. All polls are indicating...
Hold on, guys. I need a second. Oh my goodness. Donald Trump was on a roll with these jokes. I know one of them had to come from, when he said Fox News, I instantly thought of Greg Gutfeld. He's one of the biggest jokesters I know on Fox News that would have sent a little bug in Trump's ear. Oh my goodness. Fact checking the jokes is too good. Oh my goodness.
To understand that this will be the first time in the history of this event where jokes will be fact-checked, and they will be. All polls are indicating I'm leading big with the Catholic vote, as I should be. But I don't think Kamala has given up yet. She hasn't. Instead of attending tonight, she's in Michigan receiving communion from Gretchen Whitmer.
Mr. President, you had a balance because
that was funny.
You got to tell these jokes, but you're sitting next to people that don't like you at all.
Chuck Schumer's
so how
right
was
there.
that?
Chuck Schumer, I'm pretty sure Letitia James is in the building. Like, oh my goodness, Miss Political Witch Hunt Queen. Like, this is absolute crazy.
But you're sitting next to people that don't like you at all.
Chuck Schumer's
so how
right
was
there.
that?
I know him very well. I guess he doesn't like, but he likes me enough. It's a little bit, it's hard to explain. I gave him his first check. When he was young, I was young. It was his first check. I don't know, is that good or bad? But it was the first check that he ever got. He was running for, I think, Assembly up in New York. And He got it from me. So
we should blame you for the rise of Chuck Schumer. It's all on
blame
you.
me for
Right.
Defeating Al
What-
Kamala.
It was New York.
What did Mayor Adams say to you? Because I mean, he's a Democrat, you're a Republican, but you can relate because of these subpoenas. Letitia James, she was in the back row.
the weaponization. No,
Letitia James.
Look, I've been investigated more than Alphonse Capone, I say it. But Adams, he came out against the immigrants, against the destruction of New York, frankly. He did the right thing. I said, he will be indicted within 6 months. And he was. They indicted him. Now, I don't know if it's legit. I haven't looked at it. But it seems very suspicious when he comes out against something they're doing. They're destroying the country. They are destroying our country. He was right. Go down the streets of New York. I went down the streets of New York 2 days ago, and I'm looking at migrants all over Madison Avenue, all over Fifth Avenue. I've never seen anything like it. I'll tell you, I've never seen. This is New York.
And it's not just these leaders, these government officials that are seeing it. It's also the folks that are living in these towns, in these cities that are being overrun. They're seeing it also. So no matter what picture they're trying to paint on the left, you're still able to come outside your door. You walk in your neighborhood and you see it's being overrun with crime, illegal migrants. I mean, like, how are you going to tell me, the sky is purple? I can look up and see that it's clearly green. I mean, come on, y'all.
Fifth Avenue. I've never seen anything like it. I'll tell you, I've never seen. This is New York. You see empty stores. You never saw empty stores on Madison Avenue. You never see them. It's a shame. He did the right thing, but he got indicted. And they play weaponization. These are an evil group of people. These are really a bad group of people. I'm doing well with my stuff. I won in Florida. I'm winning all over the place. But, what they want to do is keep him busy. Let me spend plenty of money fighting it. And let him maybe. But I think so far it's backfired because the public understands. The win in Florida, that was the big case. That was the case, you're going to lose. Now, he actually lost because he had documents, but he didn't have the presidential.
The documents case in Florida.
It was the documents case. That was, like they say, the big one. I don't know what's the big one, but the big one. And we had a very...
The big one for me would have been the 450-something million that Letitia was asking for. But it sounds like that money is getting all sent back to Donald Trump. So he's good on that case, too. This guy is just a winner all around the board. Listen to him, man.
Documents case. That was, like they say, the big one. I don't know what's the big one, but the big one. And we had a very brilliant judge, a very fair judge. And I won the case. I won the whole thing. He didn't win. They said he was grossly incompetent. And based on that, they're not going to charge him. But the funny is, he can be president, but he can't go to court. They say he can't go to court because he's incompetent. So he can't go to court, so that's okay, but he's allowed to be president. So there's something wrong with our country when that happens. But I thought last night's it was
great.
I think it was terrible that she missed it because it's only been one person missed it in many years, and that's Walter Mondale, and he lost 49-1.
But let me ask you, why do you think she
God
missed
was
it?
not with him.
Oh, wow. And he lost 49. Now, that right there is a big key indicator, maybe a big key indicator on where things are headed, not too far down the road. Uh-oh.
President, why do you think she missed it? There's a lot of theories.
Okay, I think that she's not competent. I don't want to say this kind of stuff, but we can't live with this. We're not going to be able to live
So you
with
don't think
it.
she's funny?
I don't think she's funny. I don't look her staff. She's got 5% of her staff.
First of all, there was no teleprompter. You said there was only a teleprompter for the comedian. Even Donald Trump said he got up there and was like, there was no teleprompter. And he had to go off the cuff and look at his notes a little bit. But Kamala Harris is not fit, guys. She's not qualified to do that. She needs at least 3 teleprompters. We've seen her on the Univision where she had the one up top, the one down low. She needs a couple of those just to prop her up. I mean, come on. No show.
I don't think she's funny. I don't look her staff. She's got 5% of her staff stayed with her. 95% quit. If that happened to me, I'd be front page of every. Nobody likes her. Nobody wants to be with her. And I only say this. I don't like even saying it, but we can't have her as a president. She's a Marxist. We're not ready for a Marxist. Do you agree with that, Angela?
I do agree with you.
I think a Marxist.
Yeah, let me ask you this.
And she's not very good, let's face it.
Closing argument time, because we're only 2.5 weeks until the election. So this is the final, this is it. So she realized joy, that's not working for them.
Not
so now
working too well.
they've changed it. Now they're ramping up their rhetoric. And when she sat down with Bret Baier, she said, talking about you, he's unstable. When she was speaking at a rally in Erie, Pennsylvania, she called you unstable and unhinged. And then in this new ad that they've rolled out, she's saying unhinged, more unstable, and unchecked. And then this caller that called into Charlemagne the God, his Breakfast Club show. This caller says, I have a sneaking suspicion that if Trump wins, he's going to use this law to put anyone that doesn't look white in camps. And I'm scared. And she says, yeah. So you've hit on a really important point. What is your response and what is your closing argument?
Well, first of all, the question is a pretty rough question because, you're giving this whole argument of this woman that I don't think she knows where she is. She's a low IQ person. She's not smart. Everyone knows that. Didn't even pass her law exam. It was a big thing. She never thought she was going to be able to pass it. If you tell me this stuff, I'll say it. I am a person that they are a threat to democracy. These people are misinformation people. They'll say, let's go out with this one. They've tried many different things. They tried, he's a dictator. He's going to take over the whole world. He's a this. Every week they try something else. So far it hasn't worked. I guess that's the attack they have for this week.
It's more of that, excuse me. It's more of that fear mongering is what Donald Trump is hitting on. He's not allowed to say, or he shouldn't say certain things, and he won't directly say what they're doing, but he knows they're trying to scare these voters away, scare them away from Donald Trump and scare them into voting for Harris. It's not going to work. People are seeing, they've seen it before. Donald Trump has served an entire term, handed over position, handed over power to Joe Biden. And nothing happened. No one's in camps. I mean, I don't see where they're getting this narrative from. It doesn't make sense.
Every week they try something else. So far it hasn't worked. I guess that's the attack they have for this week. It doesn't seem to be working. I am the most stable human being. Remember they said a stable genius. I am the most stable human being. I've been doing this for a long time. We had 4 years of greatness. We had the greatest economy in history. We had the greatest border. Brian, you were down there.
Absolutely.
We had a border that was the best we've ever had in the history of our country. There's never been anything like it. I built 551 miles of wall, which is far more than I said I was going to build when I campaigned. I had a border where the drugs were at the lowest level, the human traffickers in women, they traffic in women. Everything was at the lowest level. I got kudos from, the Border Patrol gave me, with thousands of people, unanimous, every single one.
They endorsed you, Mr. President.
They endorsed me. What can you do better than that?
And, Mr. President, you're gaining with minorities.
Yo, there we have it, guys. Oh my goodness. Some of those jokes up there were completely campaign crushing. I mean, the fact that Tim Walz will probably lie, say he's been here or he came, and then the one about the looters and rioters bringing in the attendance for Miss Harris. I mean, come on, you guys. That type of stuff right there is tough to come back, rebound from. Not only did Donald Trump show up to the Al Smith dinner in spectacular fashion, but he also put on a stellar performance, lighting up the crowd. He was, amongst some of his foes and people that don't like him the most, but also getting a laugh and a chuckle out of them. I mean, come on, you guys. That right there is presidential. Hop in the comment section. Definitely let me know your thoughts. Also, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you'd enjoy more content like this, catch you guys on the next week.